Hi. Yo, give it up for Jordin Sparks.
Whoa.
This is exciting for me. Because you're a mixed girl.
I knew it.
Dad's a football player.
Yes.
Played for the Giants.
Who's your dad?
Hi, Dad. Felicia Sparks. He's probably listening right now.
Oh, that's right.
He lives in Jersey. So.
What years was he on the team?
92 to 99.
He had to skip all the Super Bowl years, huh?
Yeah.
Damn.
We
Sorry, we don't bring that up.
We won't talk about that.
Hey, yo.
Sorry, Dad.
But also too, like we watched you come a long way, right? Like from the American Idol days, obviously. Now you're like a grown woman. We watched like you were kind of this cute little innocent girl with your promise ring and blah blah blah, and losing a lot of weight. And now you're like this stunning, beautiful.
Yeah, hold up.
Well,
light skin love.
But I also, I was wondering what was gonna happen, right? Because you kind of felt musically like you've been gone. Like how long?
It's been 5 years since I put out my last album. But in the midst of that, I've put out singles and I did a movie and I got to do the the soundtrack. So I've had some stuff here and there, but it's been a minute since
commercials.
My last album. Commercials,
yeah, she's out you.
Yeah, and you're a really strong writer. Ebro was telling me that you wrote a record with 7th Street and it was on Ariana Grande's album.
Yeah. I was able to get on her record. I actually wrote this song. We wrote this song for my record because we were working on it, and that's how I was feeling at the time. And we wrote it together. It was me, Seven, and A-Rod, and she heard it and she loved it. She took it, and I actually just got the plaque the other day. So
which
I got
record
my
was
nice
it?
Little plaque, The Way.
The Way.
I love the way. So
that'll do.
What other songs have you written that we may know about?
I mean, I'm getting more into the studio to write for other artists as well. So I've written a lot, but they haven't been placed yet. So hopefully they will. So keep your fingers crossed.
So I think that's a part of you that we didn't know, because I just looked at you as this innocent girl from like American Idol, but now you're like new nose ring.
Yes.
Does that mean she's not innocent anymore?
Tattoo.
Totally.
Go back to the nose ring.
Jordin, when we brought it up in the studio, he turned into he's a new dad. Super dad mode. He hates it. He hates your nose.
My nose ring?
It's not as bad as I thought. I thought it was one of those big joints that hang right on your face. It's not as bad as I thought.
It was bigger, but this is how I initially always wanted it. It's just really small and tight, and then it just...
I like it like that.
This is fine. But at first I hated it. I was like, why would she do that to her face? She's beautiful. She doesn't need that to get attention. She's stunning. And most people do that to get attention.
Right. No. I actually, about 2 years ago, I wanted to get it done. It just wasn't, I was like, I'm scared to go in there and do it, because I got this nose piercing. I remembered that process, and I was like, I don't know if I can do that again. And so I walked into the place, the piercing place, to get a new stud for this, because I always lose them, and there was no one in there. And I was like, do you do septum piercings? He was like, yeah. I was like, screw it, just do it. Let's just do this. And so that's...
And how much did it hurt?
It stung, actually. It wasn't like painful, but anything with the nose makes your eyes water profusely. So I looked like I had just been punched in the face.
But it wasn't awful.
No.
Does it go through your cartilage?
Mm-hmm. Oh, right there through the middle. Yeah.
Well, and then the other part of that was obviously your most recent relationship.
Yeah.
Which this is your first love.
Yes, was your
first love. And I remember seeing you on the awards show with the promise ring.
Yep.
And being like, listen, this is where it's at for me. This is what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
And you thought this was going to be the one. You went into this thinking this was the one. And then all of a sudden breaks on, and all of a sudden it's a wrap, and we don't really know what happened.
Right. Well, okay. So, guys.
All right. Okay.
So... I really don't know how to explain it, except for things just never really got talked about. Like, I still haven't spoken to him, so there's that. That's really all I can say. Is like,
how long were you guys together officially?
3 years.
3 years, and you are telling us right now that your relationship with Jason Derulo ended on like a, hey, that was fun, all right, I'll see you soon, blah blah blah. He didn't call, you didn't call, he didn't call, you didn't call, never talked again?
Oh no, I called. Because I'm one of those people that like, no, we need to talk through this. Like, I would rather deal with it and move past it, so nothing like, develops and like imagination goes wild and all that stuff. So I was like, let's talk about this. Like, why you're feeling a certain way. Nope.
Well,
no return calls. No, nothing.
There was talks about pressure about getting married. I mean, when he was here, I definitely asked him, well, you put her in that Marry Me video. Right. I was like, so there was a promise ring. So what happened?
Oh, wait, by the way, thank you for that. Because I watched this interview and I was like, she got my back, girl. Yes. So thank you for that. But, I mean, the pressure's going to be there anyway. I feel like if you're in the spotlight at all when you're in a relationship, people are just expecting that. They're like, okay, they're together, or they go, okay, we want these two people to date, and then they come together and they actually start dating, and they're like, okay, we want them to stay together, and then you want them to get married and commit, and then you want them to have kids. So like everybody kind of just, you know, they imagine, they want those things. So the pressure was naturally going to be there anyway, and especially because we're in the public eye. So like that was something that we already knew was going to happen. And then he wrote the song, and I did encourage him to put it on the album because it's a great song.
Right.
And because I was like,
and you wanted to marry him.
Well, I did, yes, I did.
And you wanted that song to be a part of the fabric of what you guys were, I'm sure.
Right. But on the flip side of it, because he wrote it very early in our relationship, that was about a year into our relationship, and my thing was, I'm like, you're gonna give guys who don't know what to say the words to stay, and then you're gonna give the girls who listen to it wish that guys would say it to them. So for me, I was just like, this is just something you should put out.
Right.
And then did the video and all that, and then, you know, when people would ask him, he would say certain things like, yes, when the time is right, that'll happen. And, you know, that's how it went. And part of me feels like he kind of just scared himself.
Now I feel sort of like a crappy interviewer now, because we talked to him, we had him in a second time, and I really never got the answer from him point blank as to why he soured on the relationship.
Because he doesn't even know.
Fam.
So did he just start popping? Is that you're just gonna say he started popping?
No. There was also talks about other girls, rumors,
he
photos.
Got popping. Jason Derulo, nice guy, and you know, listen, I have him up here all the time, and we're like, yo, what's going on with you other than your relationship?
Yeah.
Oh, you got a single, blah blah blah. He, good guy, not knocking him. He got popping. We've seen it happen to Robin Thicke. He got popping. Couldn't control it. Jason Derulo, these dudes, they sit in the studios. These are songwriters. They write songs for a long time. They get out on this road and they start seeing the world, and they lose. Look, he's young.
Do you think that's what happened? You think he got a taste of what else was out there and kind of faded?
I think that was part of it. Yes.
But you guys are also very young.
Yeah, that's
right?
the other part.
How old are you?
I'm 25.
And he's what, 28, 9, 30, what?
25.
Yeah.
You're lying to me.
He's 25.
25.
I knew he was young.
He's 25. What?
You don't have to uphold the Hollywood like
He's
age thing for him. He's
Jordan.
35.
Oh, he's 21.
Is he really?
No.
Is he older? He's older than 25. Okay, so that's okay.
That dude is 31.
Okay. All right.
100. But yeah, no, but you know, listen, somebody like him, he's been struggling to be popping for a long time, and now he got popping, didn't know how to handle it, and he had a nice, good girl, and he probably just took you for granted. I mean, it happens. I was the same way. I was the same way. Where you really?
When did you start popping though?
It hasn't happened. But I still would squander amazing women.
Right, just because you saw one other thing that was better.
Squander, really, the word squander.
Yeah, well, it's true. Men squander women when they taste one other thing.
At least you can admit it, though. At least you can admit it.
But I wasn't ready for that person.
Right.
And it's probably best that it worked out the way it worked out, because I wasn't prepared, and he wasn't prepared for what you wanted either.
You know what?
I honestly think you weren't prepared either. I'll be honest.
I'm not going to say that I regret the relationship at all, because it's taught me a lot about myself. It's taught me what I don't want. It's taught me what I do want. And it's taught me what I'm willing to do in a relationship and what I'm not going to do again. And
that's going to change, by the way, again.
It will, yes, for sure. But now I'm like, okay, so I went through that one, and now it's going to be difficult, I think, for the next person to come around, because I'm like,
this is what I want.
This is what I see. I see Drake coming for her in a minute.
Oh my God, please no.
Why not? Why not?
You look scared of Drake. She's like, no.
No, I'm not scared. I'm probably the only girl in the world that I just don't.
You're not turned on by Drake?
No.
He doesn't do it for you. All right, I got the guy for you.
Wait, time out.
What, you're shocked by this?
I want to hear more about why you're not into Drake.
He's
around your age.
Biracial,
good songwriter.
She's not into him.
He's got a career.
Why don't you want to have sex with Drake? What the hell is wrong with you, Jordan?
Time out. Dad's a football player. You think he's too soft?
No, I think he's an amazing artist. I love his stuff. There's nothing that I know. There's just.
She's just not attracted to him.
I don't think my wife wants to bang Drake.
Listen, let me tell you, Drake is out here destroying relationships.
I know. Okay, speaking of people,
that's the other thing.
But speaking of people, my wife does want to bang, and when I say my wife, I mean me.
Okay.
You.
Bay for a day, gay for a day. I'm gay for a day and bay for a day right now. What do you think about this as an option, Jordin Sparks? This is my choice for you.
Okay. Okay, listen. If he showed up at my door, I would not turn him away.
Who are you showing?
Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy.
So Jax Teller shows up. You give him a chance.
I'd be like, hi.
Well, let's see what happens.
You want to talk?
See, listen. That's why he's paid for a day.
Let me ask you: do you cook?
Yes.
You cook. You like sports because your dad obviously
love sports.
Really?
I was watching the championship game last night. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta wake up early, but I can't turn this TV off. So
sure. And you're 5'10".
Yep.
You're a songwriter. You got a great career ahead of you. Just fell out of your first little love affair. You cook. You watch sports. You drink. Are you a drinker? Not really.
No, not really. Like socially, but that was the one thing I did for this new year. I gave it up.
You gave up drinking
completely.
Yeah.
Nice. Who needs it?
So you seem like you'd be a catch, though.
Thanks.
You think?
You think?
Thank you.
Well, I mean, how are you surprised? It's Jordin Sparks.
I'm trying to get inside the mind of Jordin Sparks for the people watching because I think people think she's trying.
So you're trying to figure out
because I do believe that sometimes we see hot women, right? Like I have my theory about Halle Berry, right? Halle Berry, whatever her name is. Okay. My theory is, at a certain point, after so many relationships, you start going, wait, she's hot, but
she's only had one relationship go sour.
What do you think the but is with you, Jordin Sparks? Like, what's your crazy? What's your thing that you need to work on?
It's been funny because I know that there are things that I do. I have a really, really smart mouth.
And you talk a lot of shit.
Yes, and if it happens, like my filter just doesn't, like sometimes I don't think and words just come out, and sometimes people can't deal with that, and I know that's something that I need to work on.
You're aggressive too, probably.
I know what I want. I know what I like for sure, and I know like. I've been so independent for so long because like I was a late bloomer, so Jason really was my first like major relationship. So I had done everything really for myself up to that point. So I can understand how someone would feel like, okay, well, you want to do it all, go ahead. Like,
and maybe you take their manhood away. Maybe
I don't mean to, but sometimes it just happens.
So you're saying you can kind of, for lack of a better word, like son the guy you're with. Like you might just be like, hey, can you do blah blah blah? And he's like, what? I said, get that for me. All right. Like, does that happen?
There have been moments, yes.
Okay.
I have had my moments. But that's the other thing. I don't like to repeat myself, so.
But you want a man also that can handle that. And that's not going to be intimidated by that, right?
Yeah, I just need somebody. He doesn't want to.
I don't like to repeat myself.
Yeah.
That's
I like to repeat myself. So.
She doesn't want to bitch. Doesn't want to.
Yeah, but sometimes as a guy, like when a girl has that tone, you don't know how to. You know, you don't want to be like, yo, who the fuck are you talking to? Because then that's going to go to another place. So you don't know. Sometimes guys don't know how to navigate when a woman goes into that aggressive space.
It's not like I don't acknowledge that happens. It is something that I'm working on because I don't just do it in a relationship. Like it's with my friends, my family, like me and my mom have gotten into it. Like, so I really have to work on it. And I acknowledge that. Like, at least I acknowledge that is what happens. So I'm not avoiding, like, I'm perfect. I'm amazing.
No, I think that's very good. She knows that she has a thing that's tough.
I know that I gotta work on that.
Were you the spoiled, half mixed, pretty girl that can sing, lived in Phoenix, kind of had families, got a little bit of money? Were you a little spoiled girl?
I mean, me and my brother didn't want for anything, but my parents did a really amazing job with making sure that we didn't have that mentality. I don't know if spoiled's the word really, but I mean, I felt like
You're used to getting your way.
Not all the time. I mean, I feel like getting my way is awesome. Do
you have any sisters?
No, I have a brother.
So your dad's only girl, though?
My dad's the only girl?
So your dad's only girl.
Oh, yeah.
So, but are you okay with compromise, though?
Yes, and that's the thing that... Anyway, yes. Compromise is like communication is huge for me. Like, if we can talk it out and we can communicate, like, you just have to... I can't apologize if you don't tell me what's wrong.
So would you really like to have heard from him one more time? Would you still like to have that conversation where you wrap it up and put a bow on this relationship?
At this point, no.
It's over now.
So you don't need closure?
No, because I won't do that again. Nope.
So what if you see him right now? Like, aren't Grammy week's coming up?
What do you mean you won't do what again?
Well, like, I just, why go back there? No. Like, why go back there? Like, obviously with his actions, he showed me, like, what he thought of me, and why go back there to try and get a conversation that should have happened then? Doesn't need to happen.
Are you going to the Grammys?
I don't know. Am I going to the Grammys?
You going to the Grammys?
Am I going to
Probably.
the Grammys?
So he presumably he had a big year. Presumably he'll be at the Grammys. What happens when you guys walk into the same room or party? That hasn't happened yet?
No, it hasn't. But I'm not one of those people that's petty like that. Like, I just be like, hey, congratulations on everything. How you doing?
But that's so awkward. Oh my.
So you would talk to him. You just wouldn't like walk by him and ignore him.
No. I mean, if he approached me, like, I wouldn't make the effort to be like, hey, Jason, how you doing? Like, that would be weird too, but.
This would be, if they run into each other, Grammy Week, let me tell you, it's going to be the world's biggest sip-tea-a-thon I've ever. People around them are just going to be like, what's everyone is going to be like, what?
Jordin Sparks is with us this morning. You did get it all out of your system. I'm going to play a little record you did. It's like on a mixtape or something that you released.
Yeah.
You may not ever be interested in Drake, but you used one of his songs to kind of get out of your system. How about now?
Yes.
You want to intro this song for the people?
How do you intro this song? Okay, guys, this is kind of a remix I did on Drake's song "How About Now," with my own spin on it. So enjoy.
Fair enough.
Take that, Jason Derulo, up yours.
And Jordin Sparks is on the show.
Yeah,
having a great talk. Yo, I didn't know you would be this open. I didn't know what to expect from you. I thought I would get some scripted, guarded American Idol star individual. That's not you.
No, I already told you. Like that filter thing.
Yeah, you don't do the filter thing.
Yeah, not really. I choose my words carefully, but I'm pretty much an open book.
So the promise ring girl that we saw on television, all right, is now nose ring tattoos.
Yes.
How's your family dealing with that? How I hear your family is pretty conservative.
Yeah, I mean they are. That's how I grew up. But the tattoo thing, I've had tattoos since I was 17, so those aren't anything new.
That's not new.
No, the one I just got on my leg is my 11th one. So I've been getting tattoos.
Oh, you're tatted.
Yeah,
you out
so,
here.
I ain't, son.
My mom and both my grandmothers, like when I was 17, we all got tattoos together. So they're okay with the tattoo thing.
Y'all are the two most tattooed and not showing any tattoos people I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't it interesting?
I have huge tattoos, but they're hidden too.
I know I'm running out of places to hide them, so I need to slow my roll on that. But so the tattoo thing is fine. The piercing thing is fine too. The nose ring definitely was like, my mom was like, that's fake, right? And I was like, no. And she was like, I don't know how I feel about that. But then now that they've seen me with it, like all Christmas break, all Thanksgiving, now they're used to it because it's there.
And you can hardly see it. It's
cute.
Listen, I thought she had one of those big bull things hanging out her face.
No, that's what I didn't want.
Yeah.
But that's what they pierce it with initially. And so I took that thing out as fast as I could. He was like, you gotta wait 2 months. I was like, I can't wait 2 months with this thing. But the purity ring, so we'll just tackle it head on since we're just gonna talk about it. Growing up, that's what my parents taught me. They said, you should wait until marriage. And
you guys are religious family?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say Christianity. It's more like a relationship. You have a relationship with God. It's not really this big religious thing. But yeah, I grew up, go to church every Sunday. I sang in the church youth group. I did that whole thing. I still go to church every Sunday. And if I can't make it to church, I watch it online. So, I still do that. But with the purity ring, when I was younger, I was like, that makes total sense to me. It makes total sense, And then you get older and you change and you grow and feelings change and you just grow up. And it's not that I felt guilty because I made the promise to me, God, and my parents. And I don't ever want to let my parents down. But at the same time, I was like, well, it happened. So.
And it felt good.
It was great.
It was something.
We're talking about sex, right? Yeah, it's tight. Sex is tight.
Sex is good.
Sex is fun, man.
Hey, but hold on. But sorry, I didn't mean to like.
No,
damn.
go, please, Jordin.
She won't say it twice. Let's just be clear. She ain't gonna say it twice, Laura. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but I do encourage, like, because I have a lot of younger fans, and I do encourage them to wait until they're ready, for sure. Like, don't give in to peer pressure just to do it because your friends are doing it. Just when you're ready,
do what's best for you.
Yeah,
what feels
do what's
good
best for you.
So how old were you? How old when you decided to?
I'm not gonna say that.
But it was still late. It was still relatively late, though.
Relatively late, yes.
Okay, it wasn't okay.
I mean, listen, I held on to mine because I was so scared to.
How old are you, Laura?
18.
Rude.
That's a good age,
Ebro and I
right?
was out here. Me and Ebro was out here.
I was like,
not use me as an example.
I don't want to be a teenage pregnancy.
I mean, it's been interesting. I'm like, so when were you? And they're like 14. I was like, I don't even know what I was.
14 was the right time.
14.
Time to get it.
That's when you went in, man.
Yeah. 14. I was out here.
I can't.
My girl was moving the next day.
I couldn't even imagine. Like, I remember I was in 8th grade when I was 14, and I remember there were 2 kids that were having sex in the bathroom, and I was like, sitting in class, like, aren't they gonna get caught? It was really weird, but that was like, I was just like, this is really insane.
Everyone has a different experience. Mine was cool. Mine was sort of a group effort. in that everyone knew that me and my girlfriend were gonna have sex. We all went to 7-Eleven together, like literally 7 of us.
They went on a trip.
Went on a trip. Everyone was like, "Oh, they're definitely having sex tonight," because she was leaving. She moved out of the country the next day, so it was that day. It was either then or wait till I was 15. That wasn't gonna happen. Okay.
And you're,
Time out. And you're sure you were her first?
Yeah, I was her. Of course I was. I mean, yes, I'm positive.
Okay.
I'd known her since forever. God, Ebro, why are you always trying to throw salt in the air? So, yeah, shut up. Hate you.
So, the whole body thing now. You're showing a lot of your body now.
Well, thank you.
Not today, she's not.
No, and you look
I'm seeing bikini
great.
photos, like this whole thing. Like you're really going with it.
Well, I mean, it's still very weird for me because I grew up bigger. Like I was bigger than everybody in school for a very, very long time, taller than everybody, bigger than everybody, developed faster than everybody. So even doing like bikini shots or selfies or whatever is still like.
You see how much she's out here looking crazy.
But I'm not. That's the thing.
I'll be the judge.
But you also have the pressure of being an artist and being in front of the camera. Right. But I think that's one of the big things about you that a lot of girls can relate because you look like a real woman, a real girl.
I feel
Talk about it.
Yeah, no, it's true. Now, as far as your weight loss,
she's in my zone.
My New Year's resolution was to leave a couple pounds, but I'm down 13 pounds.
Good.
Yeah.
But I did it because I was like, I got, first of all, I got trolled online, and I'm like hood famous compared to you.
Rude.
And it was something that I was like, finally, I admit it. I was like, I have a problem with food. I'm an emotional eater, and I was like, food. I wanted to be healthy, and I wanted to change. What were some of the pressures that you were going through?
The pressures, I guess, like with American Idol, it was really crazy because before that, I thought I was cute. Like I was like, I am so cute. But it gets different when you're in front of 30 million people every single week, and then all of a sudden the blogs are talking about you and everybody's talking about you. And even 8 years ago now, like there was not Instagram, Twitter wasn't as big, like, so I'm lucky in that sense because at that time I was 16, 17 and I didn't have to deal with what everybody has to deal with today, but I did in a certain way. But at the time, when it'll be 5 years in December of this year that the light bulb kind of clicked, I was here doing Broadway. And
what show was that?
In the Heights.
Oh, that's right.
And I was doing Broadway, and I got really, really sick, and I didn't know what it was because I'd never experienced it before. When I got to LA, I went to get my voice checked because I was losing my voice. And when I walked in, he was like, you need to go. He took one look at me, my voice doctor, and was like, you need to go to Cedars-Sinai across the street and go get checked out. He was like, your skin is gray. And I didn't realize it, but because I'd been living with it for a second, I was talking like this, but I didn't realize it because it had gradually happened. My lungs were like halfway full of liquid. I had walking pneumonia. And I didn't know. And the doctor was like, had you come in a couple days later, you would have been hospitalized for a very long time or dead. Because you can just drop dead from that because you basically drown in your own lungs. You have the fluid in your lungs. And so I went home, and I was about to turn 21, and I was like, I should be in the prime of my life right now, not wearing a mask, walking around my house, having to sit every 4 feet because I can't breathe. And so that was when the light bulb just switched. I was like, I need to take care of myself because I wasn't exercising. I was eating bad. I wasn't sleeping very well.
You can look back and say you were definitely eating badly, like see that you were not.
Oh yeah, listen, there's Daniela's at 48th and 40, between 45th and 46th, that I was ordering it like almost every night. Like I would order 2 of them, and then I would eat half of one, and then I would save the rest.
But what's Daniela's?
Italian amazingness. It's so good, and I would get it here, and it was around the corner from Broadway as well. So
you be getting it late at night after the.
Late at night. Oh my, it was so good. I have to like avoid Daniela's when I come
Is that
here.
good?
Yes, but I just wasn't making the right choices, and plus I love food. Like I love food because it tastes good. So I'll keep eating because it tastes good, not because I'm hungry. So that was one of my big things, was stopping when I was full. So that was
were you in the Heights with Lin-Manuel Miranda? Was he in the show when you did it? It was after he'd already done it. But was he still working on it hands on?
Yeah, we saw him all the time. He was so great.
Hi,
Lynn.
He has a new show coming out that's going to be bonkers. Yes.
Or are you allowed to say it?
No, it's out there. He talks about it on his Facebook page. It's crazy. It's about a president, and the president's rapping.
Oh, wait, I heard about this.
Yeah, it's going to be really nice.
Shout out to my In the Heights cast. I miss you guys.
Jordin Sparks here, working with Salaam Remi.
Yes.
Friend of our radio station, grew up around this damn radio station at WBLS. Salaam won't come on the air right now.
He's here, guys. He's here.
He didn't take a step 1 inch towards.
Not even.
No.
Won't participate at all. Talk about the work you guys are doing. What are some of the names of the songs you guys are putting together?
So some of the songs are called Right Here, Right Now, which is the name of the album as well. But that track is pretty crazy. It was produced by Dem Joints and written by them as well, right? Huh?
James Fauntleroy.
Oh yeah, duh. I was there. Sorry. Yeah. James, who's completely awesome.
Yeah.
And then we have another track called Silhouette that was produced by Lars, DK. And then Salaam did 1111. He did
Salaam, help out,
Mustard,
man.
DJ Mustard. We got a lot of good stuff.
Mustard.
Yeah. Double Tap.
Double
with
Tap.
Jonas. Yeah. So we've got some really great songs.
Double Tap. What do you mean double tap?
Double Tap. Double Tap that hoe.
Double tap that hoe?
What?
Yes.
Is that the lyrics to one of your songs?
No, you have to listen to it.
In what context does one say double tap that hoe and it's not what we mean?
When you're looking on Instagram.
liking.
Okay.
It's so relevant to today, for real.
Wait, so you're cursing in your music?
I did on How About Now, and then I say shit. But who doesn't say
Nothing
shit?
crazy.
She's a grown woman, Ebro. She's not a child.
Yeah, why are you trying to keep making her this child?
I like that his
You
eyes
guys,
keep,
I'm surprised,
his
man.
eyes keep getting bigger. He's like,
Really, you expected Jordin Sparks to say double tap that hoe?
Okay, fine.
pretty good.
That
You
one
guys-
I did
you guys-
fine.
you guys
That one I
expected
didn't
that.
expect.
Okay, I didn't either, actually, but DK, Jonas came in and he was playing me a couple of songs and he played that one. I was like, whatever that is, I have to have it. And then I listened to the lyrics and I was like, oh, this is so great. I have to sing this song. 'Cause it's so different for me.
I mean, because we're used to hearing you sing about love, right?
Right.
That's what you, love, life, and you have that.
Yes.
So it's not all double tap that hoe
Right,
and
yeah.
right. Turn up music. What about sexuality? Is that in your music now? A little bit more?
That is in there, yes. But I like to do things in more of a tongue-in-cheek way. I'm not really
overt about it.
Yeah. There are plenty of artists who do that, and I don't feel like I need to. And plus, I like to keep it
I guess what I'm trying to understand is no air, right?
Yes.
This record you have with Chris Brown.
Yes.
Super smash all formats.
Yep.
Okay. In that moment was when Chris Brown had his thing with Rihanna. So you and Chris Brown never got to go perform that song, did you?
We
you guys
performed it once on Idol, and that's it.
one time.
One time.
And that song was massive.
One time ever. We've never ever performed it together. By the way, if you're watching or you hear this, Breezy, I have a song that I want you to get on because I think it would be great.
Wait,
to
you
do
can't
another
reach out to Chris Brown?
I would rather not try and get his number because I don't want people to be like,
Why are you trying to get Chris Brown's
Yeah.
number?
Why can't you get
Exactly.
Salaam to reach out to him or
Salaam,
somebody?
get Chris Brown's number.
he's hard to get a hold of. He's hard.
I got it.
Ebro,
Okay,
Ebro can get it for you too. Don't worry about it.
So,
anyway, yeah.
so you guys never got. So I'm just trying to digest what your music is for the audience because we haven't heard music from you, as you said, in like 5 years. Who turn off lights in here, B?
Sorry, there you go.
man.
Well done,
Yeah,
well
man.
done.
Can't get rid of our lights, guys.
We haven't heard from music, and I'm trying to because I hear double tap that hoe.
Yeah.
Right. I hear DJ Mustard, but that's not where we're accustomed to hearing
Right.
you come from.
Well, and this is the other thing as well. And okay, hold on. What am I trying to say?
Here we go.
I'll help you out.
So with Idol, it's been really crazy since American Idol because people saw me on that show, and for a lot of people, that was the last time they saw me.
Talk
right?
about it.
So for a lot of people, like
Talking to the mic for me too.
Oh, I'm sorry. So for a lot of people, I ran into somebody the other day who was like, "What? You're like 18 now, right?" And I was like, "We'll go with that."
Oh, because they lose track of time.
Right? Yeah, they lose track of time. So for me, the past 5 years, even though I haven't had an album, it's been really great for me because I've been able to grow and I've gone through a ton of different waves of like what the sound is, what I want to say, because I've grown a lot. 19 to 25 is a huge growth spurt.
Very big change.
So what people heard from me last was Battlefield and No Parade and just big power ballads, and I still love to do those. I love singing those, and I have a couple on this record. But I am at the point in my life right now where I want to do what I want to do, and this is the first time, especially with Salaam. Salaam was the first person who was like, "What do you want to say? What do you want it to sound like?"
Yo, did you see her struggle with doing what I want to
do? It's true.
No, like
You're like Janet
great.
Jackson, Control Time.
Exactly. But I want to do what I want to do, and the music is something that I would listen to in my car. Like, that's the type of music that I listen to all the time. So it might be a surprise to everybody else, but to me, it's
So give us
natural.
an example, because we're going to get into a song. Which song?
The Mustard song is out, Ebro. It came out yesterday.
Oh, so it came out yesterday. All right, so we'll get that record on. But before we get into the Mustard record, what are some of the other things Jordin Sparks listens to that we would be surprised about?
Well, I Don't Fuck With You was on when I walked in, and that's like my favorite song.
A Big Sean fan.
I listen to it every morning.
Big Sean. I don't. That one must have a special.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It must have a special meaning for you.
What's funny is it came out before the breakup happened, and I was listening to this like, I really like this song. He went in, and then after I was like, I love this song.
This is my song.
Yeah, it's been a nice, to help me get some aggression out for sure. Turn it up really loud.
Anything we didn't cover here, Laura Styles? Anything we didn't cover with Jordin Sparks?
Good.
I want to know how you feel about the fact that the last time we saw Jason Derulo, Jason, this is not a diss, I made fun of you to your face for it. He was wearing an all leather outfit. How do you feel about that?
So his fashion choices. I don't even know how to.
He's changed. It has changed. It's changed. He didn't. Did he used to wear all leather?
Yes.
He's always liked leather. Okay, so he hasn't changed.
He's always liked leather for sure. I would try and be like, hey, well, why don't you wear a regular T-shirt with the leather? And
sometimes you would try to help him with his look.
Listen, those snapbacks, my idea.
Really?
Yes. But anyway,
I
digress.
Good girlfriends do that. Let me help you out, babe. This is looking crazy.
But it wasn't because I liked him the way he was. But he got a hat from Reebok, and he was like, I don't really do hats. I was like, can I see it on you? Put it on. I really liked it on him.
So you liked him for him, but his dressing game needed work.
I mean, I didn't really care because I liked him. But now,
which is commendable.
Now, when I look back,
you're like,
what was I doing?
Not what was I doing. I was fine.
She knows what she was doing.
I liked my outfits. I was good.
I have a reference for what I think she's dressed like today, but it's gonna be too old. We'll be the only ones that get it.
Go for it.
Why is she dressed like Robin Givens from Head of the Class?
Hey, she's so pretty.
She was amazing.
She's so pretty.
Oh, but she's wearing a little hat.
It's just the hat and the sweater. It's a cute nerdy look. I like it.
Thank you.
So let's intro the song, DJ Mustard. Okay. All right. You guys are seeing the new Jordin Sparks at, how old are you now? 24? 25 years old.
December 22nd. Yeah.
Promise ring is not on, fellas. Pay attention. She's a cat. She cooks. She watches sports.
Wait, are you dating anyone?
No.
At all?
No.
Here's who
not that people have not tried, but I'm just like.
You know who she's definitely not dating? Drake. Not even.
Can we go through the DMs in your phone and see how many rappers and athletes are coming at you?
No, you cannot.
Please?
No.
Okay, as soon as you broke up with Jason, did you have random artists hit you up like, hey, Jordin?
Oh, God.
You did. She did.
What do you get more, athletes or artists?
It's kind of even.
Just they go.
Yeah.
And you're 5'10", 11 with heels on?
I'm like 6'1", 6'2" with heels on.
True.
5'10" without them. Yeah. I'm a tall.
So would you rather, now that you've dated an artist, would you date another artist?
I'm equal opportunity. Listen, just be a good man.
Bus driver, construction worker.
Have a good job. Listen, as long as you have ambition, you respect your mother, because how you treat your mother is how you're gonna treat your girl. Like, as long as you have ambition, you're respectful, and you like the core things we relate on. Like, I'm equal opportunity. You could be purple, you could be bus driver, you could be an athlete. Like, I guess I grew up around athletes, so I tend to like athletes, but yeah, either or.
Damn, I want to go through those DMs, man.
I know.
No, never.
Can you imagine?
That.
There were some where I was like, no. I couldn't even believe it, because I was.
Do you hit them back
not,
when it's someone famous and they say something crazy? Do you hit them back?
No.
You just let it breathe and make it look like you didn't see it.
I just ignore it.
Oh no, they see it.
I get really uncomfortable
when you open it. They see it.
I'm not good at dating. I'm just not.
But you don't like the DM thing. That's a turn off. Would you?
Well, I mean, in this day and age, I mean, like with Instagram DMs and Twitter DMs, like it's another way to reach out to somebody. But it's kind of like after the initial reach out, if we exchange numbers, don't DM me again.
Yeah.
Don't.
There's no need.
Yeah.
That's whack. If a guy does that, he's whack.
So there's someone in your DM right now that you considered.
Yeah, but it didn't go anywhere.
So you did communicate
for like 2 days, and then I was like, I'm not putting up with this. Nope, no.
Oh, continue to be in DM, and you're like, nah.
Yeah. Well, and then I just was like, no, this isn't gonna work. Nope.
Jordin Sparks, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up for Jordin Sparks, guys.
Jordin!
Introduce this DJ Mustard record that came out yesterday.
Okay, so this new track is produced by DJ Mustard. It's called It Ain't You, and I guess how I could describe this is, you know, pretty music with a little bump to it. So this is It Ain't You.
With a little bump to
I like it.
Yeah.